So, we have left Mitzrayim. We've been to Lake Moror, had our manna, had Shabbat introduced to us, had our meeting with Hashem at Har Sinai. And here we are in the desert, in the wilderness, for under a year. Those of us who have left Mitzrayim and have always been slaves with our families, our wives, our children. But no one, Moshe, Aaron, Miriam, no one knew anything about the land that we were promised. We just knew it was promised to us. So Moshe decided to send scouts into the new land to find out what was there and who was there. So he gathered all the Israelites, all of us, and he asked each tribe to choose a representative, someone who was trustworthy, honest, a righteous man, one from each of the tribes. And he made sure that Caleb and his closest advisor, Joshua, were among the scouts. Because he wanted to go into the land. He wanted to go in immediately. So he sent the 12 scouts in, and they traveled among the land, Canaan, the land that was promised to us by Hashem, and they came back. And 10 of the scouts said very, very honestly what they had seen. They said that the land is plentiful, the land is fantastic. There's vegetation, there's enough to eat. There's water if you know where to find it. But also, there are people who also live there. And they are like giants. They are powerful people. We are but grasshoppers next to them. And they were scared. And they said, we should not go into this land. What will happen to our children if we have to fight against these giants? We are scared for our little ones, our families. We want them to be safe, and this is not a safe thing to do. But Caleb and Joshua, who knew and were closest to Moshe, and knew that Moshe wanted very much to go in to the land, said, we should have faith that Hashem will provide for us. We should have faith that we will be victorious, so we should go in anyway. And there was a great argument among the people, Caleb and Joshua on one side, and the rest of the Israelites on the other side. And Moshe went to Hashem, and Hashem was very angry at that the Israelites did not want to go into the land. And he wanted right then and there to wipe out everybody, all of us. He said, I did not bring out these people just to stay in the wilderness. They should go into the land. And if they're not going to do it, Moshe, I will do you a favor. I will erase all these people, and we will get a new bunch of people in. But Moshe pleaded with Hashem. And Moshe said, Hashem, what would the rest of the people, what would the rest of the tribes, the rest of the nation say if the God of the Israelites wiped them out? Basically, he was saying, it's not a good look. So Moshe again told Hashem that the people were worried about their children. And that's why they do not want to go in. And then Hashem told Moshe to go and tell that he had a compromise to the Israelites. And this is what the compromise was. Moshe told the people, because you are timid and do not want to go into the land, you have proven you are not ready to conquer this land and people for yourselves. That you are still thinking as if you are back at Mitzrayim. But because of the real reason that you are timid and fearful is because of the safety of your children, this is what Hashem will do. Each and every one of you who has left Mitzrayim will perish eventually in the wilderness. Each and every one of us. But Hashem has guaranteed your children will be safe in the new land. And I gotta tell you, as a parent, that's a good deal. And all the parents went, we accept this. And we will hope that you will honor your promise to our children and keep them safe. So that is what happened. All the Israelites, including Aaron, Miriam, and indeed Moshe, perished in the wilderness. Only Caleb and Joshua and the children of everyone who left Mitzrayim, who were born in the wilderness, was allowed to cross the river Jordan into the promised land, into Israel. And they started our next saga of settling our homeland. Shalom ve Shabbat Shalom.